Shelley Groves is one of the 45 volunteers who took part in phase 1 of the Moderna-Emory vaccine trial, and she is with us just down the road in Decatur, Georgia. Shelley, good to see you. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Well, not really going to go out on a limb with this first question, but I'm guessing that right now you're pretty happy, maybe fairly relieved that we know this vaccine is safe and has some promising potential.
Absolutely.
Can you just describe what that feeling was like when you found out, though?
Well, when I had gotten the shots, everything was pretty normal for me, so I felt like it was safe for me personally. But to hear that most everyone else had the same results was very, very gratifying and encouraging.
Did you have these moments of thinking, like, oh, hang on, I'm not too sure what's going to happen here, and any anxiety?
Not really.
Good stuff. But why be a guinea pig in the first place? Because, we now know that the side effects from this potential vaccine, the fatigue, chill, headache, there's muscle pain and pain at the point of injection. But before the trial began, no one knew what the side effects were, and they could have been a whole lot worse. So there was an element of risk here, but there's even the potential that it could have been fatal.
I guess I didn't really think about it that way. I had a physical in January, and I knew that my blood work was perfect, and I felt like, if not now, when? And they needed someone in my age group. So I know that Emory does. This is what they do. So I felt very confident that they wouldn't kill me.
That's a good thing to be. So we're now at a point where phase 1 is over and we're heading into phase 2. Is your part done, or do you take part in phase 2? How does it work?
I do not take part in phase 2. What happens now with me is that the visits that I go to are less often, and the visits, in what they entail is they draw blood. And they ask if I've had any, side effects or anything like that. But my last visit was in June, and I don't go again until August. And then after that, I don't think I go back until November. So the heavy lifting for me is over with.
Yeah, I guess the family must be pretty happy with everything.
Well, most people are, they think, they look at me and they're like, why would you do that? And, but like I said, my next door neighbor works at the Hope Clinic, so I know what great work they do. So I just felt like, it was my time to step up.
I don't want to sort of go into the politics of it all, but, we hear a lot about people wanting to wear masks and not wearing masks. You're somebody who has, put your health, possibly your life at risk for the greater good. What are your thoughts for the people who seem to be at the other extreme? They don't want to wear a mask because they think it's inconvenient or it's uncomfortable, or they won't do it for the good of everyone else.
Well, I think it's very unwise and very selfish, because you wear a mask for someone else, and if we could all just wear masks for 3 or 4 weeks, as Dr. Fauci said now, maybe we could make a huge impact on the coronavirus, because obviously it's not going away. And not to politicize it, but it's gotten to be, it's one side or the other, and it's very unfortunate, in my opinion.
And I'm just wondering, are you one of those people that, when the word went out for volunteers, it was like, well, if I don't do it, no one's going to do it, so I may as well get in and give it a shot?
To be honest with you, I had done another trial with the Emory Hope Clinic. It was actually with my dogs, and it was such a great experience that I kind of half knew what I was going into, so I really had no hesitation whatsoever.
I can see the dogs behind you. Shelley,
yes.
Thank you. Great talking
Thank
with
you.
And thank you for taking part in the study, and this trial, because I think, everyone is grateful for that.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Okay, cheers.